Noodle was a small dog with a big heart. She was a terrier with brown fur and floppy ears. Noodle loved to wag her tail. She loved to play fetch. But most of all, Noodle loved her dad. Noodle's dad was a kind man. He worked in a big office. He always came home smelling like papers and coffee. Noodle loved to greet him at the door. She would wag her tail so hard her whole body wiggled. Every morning Dad would leave for work. Noodle would watch him go from the window. She missed him a lot. The house felt so quiet without him. Noodle wished she could go to work with Dad, but Noodle had a secret, a very special secret, a secret that made her tail wag extra hard. When Dad left for work, Noodle wasn't just napping. Oh no, Noodle had plans. She would sneak into Dad's workshop. It was a messy room with tools and wood scraps. Dad thought Noodle was afraid of the loud noises in the workshop. He always said, "Stay out of trouble, Noodle." But Noodle wasn't scared, she was curious. Noodle loved the smell of sawdust, she loved the whirring of the saw. And most of all, Noodle loved to build things. She had secretly watched Dad work with wood for months. She was a fast learner. Using her nose and paws, Noodle started making things. First, she made a small wooden bone, then she made a squeaky toy. Noodle was a natural. One day, Noodle saw a sad story on TV. It was about dogs in a shelter. They had no toys to play with. Noodle felt sad for them. She had so many toys. Then Noodle had an idea, a brilliant idea. She would make toys for the shelter dogs. Noodle got to work. She made chew toys, squeaky toys, and even a bouncy ball. She carefully packed them in a box. Then she sneaked onto Dad's computer. Noodle had another secret. She knew how to use eBay. She listed her toys online as handmade with love by Noodle. To her surprise, all the toys sold out quickly. People loved Noodle's creations. She used the money to buy more supplies and sent boxes of toys to the shelter. Noodle was happy. She was helping other dogs. Noodle was proud of her toy-making success, but she wanted to do more. She wanted to help dogs all over the world. One day, Noodle saw a picture in Dad's newspaper. It showed dogs stranded on an island after a storm. They were hungry and scared. Noodle knew she had to help. Suddenly, Noodle had another brilliant idea. She would build a flying machine, a plane made of wood and dog biscuits. It would be strong enough to carry food and toys to dogs in need. Noodle knew she couldn't do it alone. She needed a crew, so she invited all the neighborhood dogs to a meeting in the park. There was Bruno the bulldog, Sparky the beagle, and Lucy the poodle, among others. Noodle shared her plan. The dogs were amazed. They barked and howled with excitement. Operation Doggy Airlift was a go.